just got out of the new Audi Q2 from Genting and back, straight into the new big daddy of the Audi range, the Q8. We're not driving to Genting this time, we are going to Putrajaya. So we're gonna go through the Max Highway and all that, so I guess perfect place to open up the taps on this car. Try out the full extent of the 340 horsepower, 500 Newton meters of torque from the 3-litre turbocharged V6. 0 to 100 in like 5.9 seconds thereabout. Talking about Golf R territory. If you're ever in this at the traffic light next to the Golf R, don't worry. So first things first, obviously jumping from the baby Audi Q series to the big daddy of the Q series. Big difference in the interior, everything is just more classy, more plush, more sleek, more edgy. So this shares the same MLB platform that the Bentayga is on, the Lamborghini Urus, the Porsche Cayenne. From the outside, squint your eyes hard enough, it does look like a more gentle Urus, especially with the curves on the back. Let me know what you think, man. I mean, obviously no point comparing it with the Uruses and Bentaygas, but between the GLE Coupe and say maybe the BMW X6, which one do you think looks better? Let me know in the comment section. After having driven this car for a few minutes, man, you feel the car, it's very well built, man, very well put together, especially in stop-go traffic. You have to turn, cut lane. Feels very well put together, man. Just like all Audi should be lah. It's got adaptive air suspension as well, so that's always good for the ride. This being a Quattro model, all-wheel drive. Love the display, man. The resolution, the presentation is just crisp. So right away, man, within minutes of driving this car, the first thing I noticed, glossy surfaces, man. It's just everywhere. Yeah, sure, visually it's quite appealing, but at the end of the day, after a full day of usage, I think the whole car looks like maybe like a crime scene. It's full of fingerprints everywhere. But I really like this Alcantara suede-like material you have in the door panels, very premium. Always love those style of materials. Massive sunroof that stretches all the way to the back seat. For 700,000, I sure hope they had given me something better than just plastic pedal shifters, man. How much do two pieces of aluminium cost? I mean, gear changes work fine in the 8-speed dual clutch transmission, but even the clicks feel very nice, solid, clunky, robust, but come on, man. And so far it's been great, man. We're just got on the Max Highway, we left Bangsa earlier. A lot of traffic, very heavy traffic, a lot of stop and go, switching lanes and all. For a car with so much power, it feels very docile, for the lack of a better word. The car just feels very well put together, like an Audi should. But not just in the way the panels are fitted together and all that, but in terms of the engine, the transmission, it just feels very in sync. Kinda looks like a Urus, but does not drive anything like it, man. Like, even though they're built on the same platform, this one is definitely the say maybe the gentleman's high-speed exclusive people carrier. Love it. Why would you buy this over a Cayenne or maybe a GLE Coupe X6? I guess the only reason why anyone would buy something different, to stand out. There's so many of them out there, the Cayennes and the Mercs and the BMs. This one, man, especially in that dragon orange color. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, dragon orange. It sticks out like a sore thumb, man. Not in the way a G63 would stick out, but because of how sleek the body is, people just give you second looks. It's a really good looking car, I must say. For 730,000, I think thereabout. All these creature comforts, adaptive air suspension, soft closed doors. There is nothing that's lacking really, oh my god, except from the fact that you still gotta manually adjust the steering. It's a bit unacceptable, I guess. especially when you realize that even like maybe a C300 comes with electronically adjustable steering with, you know, all the telescopic functions and whatnot. Yeah, that is a bit of a turn off. For 700,000, these are the things that you expect to get in the car lah. But nope. So sitting a step higher than the Q7, how different is it? Quite actually. It's a different powertrain. It's not as tall, it's not as long, but it is wider. You do get the really aggressive, sort of hunkered down stance. It's not for everyone, but for most people, for sure. So of all the features that this car has, I think the coolest one has to be this. Frameless windows. Timeless, man. No matter what car you have this on, it will just pop. So for a car this big, the Q8 sure masks its weight quite well. I mean, despite the proportions and all that, it still feels very nimble behind the wheel. I guess mostly because of the all-wheel steering, but more importantly, what's it like in the backseat, man? And I must say, first impressions, it's just really spacious. There's plenty of foot room, knee room, head room, as you can see. And I think it's mostly because the seats are pushed all the way back. You can actually... It's a good feature to have, although I'm not exactly sure why you want to move the seat forward to free up space in the boot, which is already quite big. Yeah, perhaps for things that you might not want to do in broad daylight, as my drivers have indicated, but I will not tell you who they are, of course. So look at the space that I have, man. With the front passenger adjusted to his comfort, there's still so much room here. And the other creature comforts, you have this really cool aircon control display here. Although one thing I did notice though, for a car of this sort of stature and purpose even, you know, this can easily be passed off as a chauffeur-driven car. I feel like it's missing a very sort of not very important but also important feature, a USB port. So how would the owner or the owner's kids be comfortable behind here with their iPad and whatnot without a USB port? It has 12 volt sort of plug-in socket thingy, but where's your USB port? It's not here. I mean, I have to literally pull it from the armrest in the front, which is, I think, quite inconvenient, you know. Sure, you can ask your driver to do it for you, but hey man, it's just nice to have it here. But otherwise, this is very S-Classy 7 Series-ish. You have two controls here to control the blinds and the windows. The Alcantara follows from the front. Massive sunroof, as I've said earlier. So does it feel like a 730,000 ringgit car from back here? Definitely. So nice to have money, isn't it?